Team, greetings and welcome to week 8, our last week of MPA 511, Public Budgeting and Financial Management. Folks, again, hey, welcome to week 8, and as I always say at the end of the journey ends here for us, but your lifelong learning continues. With that said, folks, we have to read for week 8, or last week, chapter 8, which is approximately pages 224 to 251. Then we have M8D1, which is the effective data communication initial post. As always, the initial post is due by Friday. That's worth 80 of the 100 points. Then you have to respond to 2 others by Sunday midnight, and each of those are worth 10 points. So the total post is worth a total of 100 points. Then we have M8A1, generate the professional portfolio. Again, this is worth 100 points. What you have to do, when you go into Canvas for the assignment, you'll see you have to upload several artifacts or documents into your Portfolio account or your electronic portfolio. Just like you did your resume for week 3. Now, a couple of you didn't do it, which is fine. Just make sure you put it in here for week 8, okay? Because again, how you're going to lose points. If you look at the rubric there, if you don't have the documents, you start losing 15 points at a time. And so you don't want to lose those major points, okay? So make sure you have everything there. Look, see what artifacts or documents you have to upload. And again, that's worth 100 points, and that's due by Sunday. Then we have M8D2, which is the budget proposal presentations. It's worth 100 points. Again, in your budget proposal presentation, you need to have a justification for your spending. You have to use tools provided in the text to calculate appropriate staff costs. Use graphs to present data, graphs, charts, etc., figures, whatever you see fit. And again, if you're using someone else's that you've been using throughout the course, make sure you put an APA reference there. That's how you do APA formatting and standards. And again, you can use any presentation tool. And your presentation must include a narration or and again, folks, when I say use any presentation tool, I would recommend using PowerPoint. But if you want to use a YouTube video where you're filming it or etc., that's fine. But again, the easiest thing, the most practical thing I would think would be the PowerPoint. And again, if you do that, make sure you have a opening slide that talks about what you're going to do, and then a conclusion slide. Then any references that you use. Again, your references have to be current. Okay, then, and again, that's worth 100 points, and that's due by Sunday. Then we have M8, the student wrap-up, our last student wrap-up again. This is just 2 or 3 paragraphs on what you learned for the week or what you learned in the course, however you choose to do it. Again, just 2 or 3 paragraphs of 3 to 5 sentences each. Hey, this is what I learned this. If you didn't learn anything, folks, do not say, hey, I did not learn anything. Find something to write about. That's what we do at the graduate level. Find something. You should be finding at least 1 or 2 nuggets in every chapter that you've enjoyed or that sparks your interest. And write about that, okay? So you have that. Again, that's due by Sunday, and that's worth 100 points total for all the student wrap-ups. And then we have the water cooler chap again, folks. You see, I'm leaving stuff on a weekly basis at least for the water cooler chap again. To find any of the APA documents, etc., look underneath the water cooler chat tab. Hey, folks, again, hey, with that said, hey, this wraps up week number 8. And again, our journey ends here, but your lifelong learning continues. With that said, hey, this is Dr. Mark Lee, and have a great week 8, and also a great final cap or what have you to your tying up your masters here. Thank you and goodbye.